Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Today is July 6th. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed your weekend. Looking at the overall economical calendar, you guys can see we have ADP coming out this morning, initial jobless claims, job openings, um, ISM, and then tomorrow we have payroll, unemployment, hourly wages, a whole bunch of basically employment information coming out. Yesterday was FOMC, like a FOMC minutes or meeting. So Powell spoke yesterday. Hopefully you guys had a good trading day yesterday. I wasn't with you. But overall, looking at the charts, Meta basically is releasing a new program that's going to basically rival Twitter. You guys can see Meta sitting at 299 this morning. We want to see it break and hold above 299 or even 300. This is actually the 1 year high. The stock is very overbought, so definitely want to be cautious with long positions. Make sure if you do get a long position, you can see the RSI is overbought over here, meaning that it's a high risk trade to the upside. Just be careful just because a stock is running, right? It can continue to run, but make sure you use a stop loss just in case the stock pulls back. Um, Good news doesn't mean the stock overall has to go up. Now, if it does come back, you guys can look to get in on the break of basically the 20-day trade line. On the break of the 20-day trade line is going to be around 297, and then you could possibly short it down towards these 293 levels. But watch out for that. If we do break above 300 and hold above 300, we could start possibly pushing up towards 302, maybe even higher. Let's see what happens. But overall, she is very overbought. A lot of stocks are overbought at this moment. So let's jump into the next one. We're going to talk about Tesla. Tesla has been struggling to break this 284 zone. You can see we hit 284, came back to the trade line, hit 284, came back to the trade line as well. So definitely want to watch to see if Tesla holds above that 284 zone. 284 is acting as a major resistance level. Overall, stock is very overbought as well. A lot of stocks are overbought. If we break above this 284, we could possibly start pushing up towards those 290, maybe even 300. If we jump over towards the 1 year, 1 day chart, you guys can see that Tesla looks like it wants to gap fill towards that 314, but you got to understand the stock is overbought over here, and we could possibly have a pullback. Just because we want something doesn't mean it has to happen. I would love for Tesla to go back towards that 314, but we got to look at the charts today, and the charts today are telling us that it is overbought. Make sure you guys are very cautious, right? We could always have a pullback that doesn't have to go too far, right? It could possibly go from 284 down towards these 267 levels, and then that could possibly reset the RSI for it to run back up towards 314 levels. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. So watch for a break below 277, and then we can start basically going down towards these 260 levels, or watch for a break and hold above that 284 with a tight stop just because the stock is overbought, and we could possibly push up towards the 300 levels. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple is basically over $1 trillion company. She hit 194 earlier and basically started to pull back. Same situation with Apple, right? Extremely overbought. Look how high the RSI was, and you guys can see the stock started to pull back. Apple needs to break and hold above 191 before it can start pushing up towards 194. Make sure you guys keep that in mind. The stock has been running quite a bit, and just like anything, Apple needs to take a breather, right? So let's see what happens. Above 191, we could start going 194, or to the bottom, 189. And then we could start basically coming down towards these zones over here, that 187 zone. Last but not least, we're going to talk about SPY. Looking at SPY over here, SPY basically hit a high of 444 and it was overbought. You can see it's starting to pull back over here. SPY has a lot of zones to watch out for. So we're going to drop down towards the 20-day instead of the 180-day. Looking at the 20-day over here, you guys can see we have a support around this 440. So we need to break around 440 before we can start basically going down towards 439. To upside, you want to watch for us to break and hold above 442. And then we can start going up towards 444 over here. So keep that in mind. SPY is very oversold on the 20-day. So we could possibly get a bounce on this zone. But make sure you guys set your alerts if we start holding above 442. 442 is the 180-day trade line. that's gonna be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and hopefully you guys all have a green trading day. Peace.